Hey, this is Pastor Rick. I'm glad you're with me today. Have you ever noticed something about bondage? It always comes back, right? You get free and then it comes back. You start off and you go, okay, I'm going to work on this bondage, get it out of my life. But look out, bam, there it is again. Dead again, strife again, name it, you got it again and again and again. How does that happen? Well, because bondage is like that. Mr. Bondage always looks for you again. There's a story about Pharaoh deciding after he let Israel go that he didn't want that to stand. He said, no, I can't believe I did that. I let those people go. Look at Exodus chapter 14, verse 5. It's an amazing conversation. Watch this. Now it was told the king of Egypt that the people had fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and his servants was turned against the people. And they said, why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us? So he made ready his chariot and took his people with him. Also, he took 600 choice chariots and all the chariots of Egypt with captains, watch this now, captains over every one of them. So he mounts up with his 600 top soldier guys, and he gets everybody else to bring all the chariots. We're going to round them up like horses. We're going to round them up like cattle and bring them back to Egypt. Now, if you read the story of the plagues in Egypt, the frogs and, oh my God, this is horrible, and death of the firstborn, all that he'd gone through, but he still wanted to go and get them back. The plagues didn't scare him off permanently. Bondage never, if I can use this analogy, never gives up. It always tries to come back. And I think what we don't realize sometimes is the only way you're going to stay out of bondage is you just refuse to go back. The Bible says something in Galatians 5:1. It says, don't be again entangled in the yoke of bondage. Don't go back and be entangled again in the yoke of bondage. You need to say to yourself, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to where I used to be. But you have to decide you don't want to go back. Nobody can decide that for you. You have to make up in your mind, I don't want to be this way again. There will come a window, and some of you are there now. This is an opportunity for you to not go back to bondage. You can make a decision today that can enslave you again, or you can make a decision today to stay free. It's up to you. You decide. God's not going to decide that for you. Pharaoh decided to go and enslave him again, but I want you to see how determined he is. The question is, how determined are you? Now, I've learned in my life that there are bondages for every income level. I was in bondage at times when I made $10,000. I was in bondage at 30. I was in bondage at 102,000. I've been in bondage at all levels of income. That's right. 102,000, that's what you said, Pastor Rick? Yeah, 102,000. 80,000, all the thousands. Doesn't matter. At every level of income, I've seen bondage. And I've learned, Mr. Bondage comes and hunts you down. He comes and hunts you down, boy. He comes and tries to find you. He comes and looks for you. You're fine now. You got your house back. You're doing. Here comes Mr. Bondage. Hey, girl, how you doing? He's looking for you. Watch it. Watch out. She's looking for you. She's flipping her hair, and you're going backwards again. Watch yourself. You just got your finances straight. You just got your life back in order. You just got yourself back, and now you're going back into bondage again. What are you doing? Look at me. What are you doing? You're going back to bondage. He's looking for you again. He wants to enslave you. And understand, that's part of the system. I had this amazing thought, and I'm going to do a series of teachings on this too. How credit cards and the financial institutions, a lot of them are designed to enslave you. A lot of the products they put together is designed to put you in their pocket for the rest of your life. They want to be in your pocket forever. And so when you pay off the card and when you pay off the debt or when you make the switch, and let me tell you, I am in the middle of it today, making some bold decisions to say, listen, I want to switch this around. I don't want this to ever come back. I want to make sure I move this over here so it never get me again. I want to make sure that I'm strong and clear. Sometimes you just are not doing all you know to do. You can do better. You can say no to Mr. Pharaoh. You can come if you want to, but I'm not going back into bondage. I'm not going back to where I was. The Bible said if the Son sets you free, you're free indeed. So stay free. Let me pray for you. Pastor Rick, before you pray, are you trying to say that God can't fix things if I was in something that was broken? If you're going back to something, you need to make sure you're going back to a new place. You're not going back to the old place. The problem is most of the time we don't care and we go back to the old place because we want to live any place rather than by ourselves. But I can tell you right now, sometime by yourself is better than in a bad place where you were. My time is really up now. I gotta go. You stay free. See you next time. My name is Pastor Rick. Stay sharp. Bye-bye.